With the end of World War II, Ewing settled into Kansas City, where the ambitious young man began searching for new prospects.
I saw an ad one Sunday for pharmaceutical salesmen, and I knew nothing about it, but what intrigued me is they gave a aptitude test. Well, I always did enjoy taking tests. So I went and took the aptitude test, and I ended up with a job. I received no salary, no expenses, no benefits in any way, shape, or form, just straight commission.
That was all Ewing Kaufman needed, and he set out to make the most of his employment at Lincoln Laboratories.
In the first year, he made more money than the president of the company, so they cut his territory. And the next year, they cut his territory again because he was still making too much money. And he figured that that wasn't right.
I didn't think this was fair, and I didn't care to work for a company or an individual who operated under those principles, so I quit.
Ewing decided to start his own company, an ethical, compassionate organization where people work together to achieve common goals. He began with one employee, himself.
I started Marion Laboratories in the basement of my home. I'd like to have called it Kaufman Laboratories, but for Ewing Kaufman to walk into the doctor's office and say, "I'm Ewing Kaufman of Kaufman Laboratories," immediately you get the idea it's a pretty small operation. So I took my middle name, Marion, and called it Marion Laboratories.
Every new company requires new products, and for Marion Laboratories, it was vitamin tablets and injectables.
I found a company that had made excellent injectables and tablets and had them manufactured for me. I would buy the tablets in a drum barrel of 50,000, had my own labels printed, and at night I would paste the labels on the bottles, and then in the daytime go out and sell to the various doctors.
Ewing decided it was time to expand and set up a real office. He hired his old buddy, Charlie Hughes, and headed downtown.
We moved out of our basement to the first location, which was at 4215 Troost. It was 12 feet wide and 40 feet deep, with a hardware store on one side and a used car lot on the other. And that was our first real office space for Marion Laboratories.
I was the fourth person hired. There were 3 people that were in the office on 42nd and Troost, which was about 800 square feet, I think.
We had a small, not much larger than a clothes closet lunchroom, but we had a refrigerator in there, and I had to keep the beer supplied with a little cash box, and it was 15 cents a beer. And after 5 o'clock, guys would go in, sit around a little table, and have a beer and chat.
That was kind of creative time. One person would come with an idea, the other person would try to improve upon that. There was sort of a banding together of those individuals. That's why they grew strong.
One of Ewing Kaufman's first business innovations was to eliminate the term employee.
We started using the word associates back in 1952, meaning employee, because I think it has a better connotation. I wouldn't want to be employed by somebody else, but I'd be happy to be associated with them in achieving goals, both for the company and for myself.
Calling people associates really meant something. We put a lot of pride in that. We always referred to ourselves as associates. I don't think we felt like we were just somebody that went in and clocked out.
Ewing Kaufman protected his associates with 2 fundamental principles.
The 2 basic philosophies of Marion Laboratories were those who produce should share in the profits. The other philosophy was treat others as you'd like to be treated. It is the happiest principle by which to live, and it's the most intelligent principle to make money.